So my name is Deepak Panda, and right now I'm working as a product manager in Belden. Belden is a networking company which provides solutions as well as hardware solutions as well as products for the networking industry. And I've been working as product manager for the last 1 year. I joined Belden in 2019 after I completed my post graduation from Accredian. And initially I joined Belden in operations, and I started with operations, so it was kind of a plant role. So I was positioned in plant initially, but my first 3 years was kind of a internal rotation, where I had to go through different roles and understand what should be my final role. So for the third year, I thought that product management suits me much better than operations. I had already interacted with the people who were working in product management as a day-to-day job. So the major hurdle that I faced in Belden was to make my transition from operations to product management, because I had no prior experience, and it was difficult to convince people within Belden to make the transition, because I was chosen for the operations track. But yeah, somehow I convinced the leaders. I convinced the person to take me into product management for 1 year as a temporary role. And at the end of that 1 year, if I do perform well, then I should be given a chance for an interview for internal transfer. So that is the major hurdle, I would say, inside Belden that I faced while entering product management, which I successfully completed as well. Before getting into that, I just want you to know that while I was in my temporary role, 1 year rotation in product management, I came across this course. So I thought that this course would be an added advantage while pitching in for the permanent role at my organization. So that is one of the reasons why I went ahead with this role. And while doing this course, the main holistic approach of understanding a problem is what helped me understand more about what is required from a product manager. As well as a product manager, you are not just limited to your scope of work, but you have to understand and interact with different functions within the company, and understand how a particular change in a product or a particular problem affects other stakeholders as well. So the course made me understand, to research more into a problem, to take as much as time to understand what the problem is and how it affects different stakeholders in the company. And that helps you to take a very different approach of solving a problem, and obviously a very informed one. So that's how this course has helped me a lot. Coming to the interview part at Belden, as I mentioned, it's an internal one. So there was basically 2 rounds. So one round was our usual HR round. The HR round was basically more into what kind of a person I am, what kind of experiences have shaped me as a person throughout my life, and what are my values, what are my life principles. So the whole agenda of this interview, from what I made it, was to understand what kind of a person I am, and what is my personality, and would I be able to be successful in a product management role. So this was more of a summary of the HR interview. And the second interview was more of a scenario based interview, where the product managers who I was supposed to work with in the future were directly giving me certain scenarios, certain situations in the company, where I had to come up with solutions. And also there were some real life problems that were continuously going on in Belden, were presented before me, and I was asked how would be able to handle it. Apart from that, a lot basic questions like why product management, and why do you think you are suited for this role, what are the qualities that you can demonstrate, as well as some expertise in the specific kind of work that we're expected to do at Belden. So that's more about my interview experiences. Coming to how hard and difficult it was, I would say it was a bit easier for me because I took the initiative of reaching out to the people who are working in product management beforehand to understand what are the do's and what are the don'ts and how a product manager is supposed to behave, as well as the advantage of having temporarily worked in that particular role for 1 year. So that is the kind of opportunity that I made for myself. So that helped me tremendously because the people who were taking my interview, they were already they already knew what kind of work I can deliver. So that helped a lot. Apart from that, I think that was a smooth ride in the interview process. I came across Accredian actually through LinkedIn, and I was actually browsing through a few of the courses in product management because I was interested in product management a lot. So I was trying to add a lot of points to my resume through different courses and certifications. That's how I came across Accredian. It was actually a LinkedIn invite from one of my known associates for a free webinar from Accredian. So I decided to attend the webinar. The webinar was quite comprehensive in the way that it was taught. The structure of the program was very nice. So that compelled me, that convinced me to join a course in Accredian. And after I joined the course, I was quite happy with how the whole course started. So it started from very basic knowledge of what product management is and what is a product actually, So, and it took into account all type of product management roles, be it a B2B role or a B2C role or a digital product role. So all of us were, taken into account while discussing specific course pointers. And the good point was that apart from covering the basics, the person who was teaching us, they took time to answer all the questions and even, stayed back after the session to clarify our doubts. And one major point that, really stuck in my mind is that in one of the modules, an actual product manager working in an actual product management role in a company, she actually taught us different basics and real life scenarios of how to tackle product management problems, as well as told her experience as well. And apart from this course point, I'm very happy that Accredian makes this courses or the course details available to all of us even after the course is completed. So I can still log into Accredian and look at different modules and study and prepare wherever I feel that I need to be. And even the people from Accredian are just one email away from solving my doubts or helping me with my for example resume or career pointers as well, or helping me find a alternative career. By alternative career, I mean an alternative job in product management. So these are the few things that I find really helpful, from Accredian, and I'm very happy that I can go back to Accredian and revise whatever I've been taught before. So that's the major brownie point for Accredian, I would say. First of all, if you're passionate about product management, even if you want to make an internal transition or you want to change a job, you have to be curious about products. You have to dig into the daily life products that you use in, be it physical product or a digital product. You have to understand the logic behind a product, what problem that they solve, and what are the pain points that the customer can have from that product still, and how can you solve those. That is irrespective of whether you want a job or you still have a job in product management. But when it comes to an internal change in product management, we have to you have to approach our people inside the company and try and get that particular opportunity inside the company, and try and prove that you are worth a shot for product management role. For people who are trying to switch companies, I would say these certifications do help. Any kind of internship or any kind of side projects do help. One good thing is in Accredian is that we did a simulation project as well. So that is what I'm able to put into my resume right now as well while I'm talking to different people. So that helps. So like I said, a side project, any kind of project would help add some points to your resume. And the more and more about you are passionate about a product, the more you tend to find vlogs and different video courses wherever you can find it. So if you are passionate and curious about products, and if you make it a point to learn more and more about product, I think that's a good point to start your product management journey.